nobody knew. Okay? So how is it that he knew? Like, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, we are going to be reacting to Euphoria Season 1, Episode 1. Now, I saw it a long time ago when it first came out, but I really don't remember it, and I heard that they're filming Season 2, so now I need to catch up because I really don't remember a lot of what happened. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Make sure you like and subscribe.
14, 15, 16.
What are you looking at, Ruth?
17.
Ruth, look at me.
Okay, so what it seems like is she's gonna have some type of OCD or something like that, because she keeps counting all of like the ceiling tiles or whatever. She's doing all that. She's doing a lot of counting, and so I'm kind of thinking that she has OCD, but I don't know.
Compulsive disorder,
It's not like I was physically abused.
attention deficit disorder,
Or had a shortage of clean water.
general anxiety disorder,
Or was molested by a family member.
and possibly bipolar disorder. But she's a little young to tell.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, that seems like that's what's going on. They said something like OCD, ADHD, bipolar disorder. So yeah, but the lady was like, it's still too young to determine, but it seems like, you know, that's kind of what was going on. That would, you know, explain some of the things, some of her behavior.
You are and what you want.
So basically, like, she's coughing and stuff, and at first, like, with the drugs and like the coughing, you're kind of like, okay, maybe she's sick, like maybe that's kind of the situation that's going on. But then it's like, no, she's coughing so that no one can hear her take the drugs, because obviously those are not hers, right? And she's stealing them and she's using. So yeah, but the mom obviously doesn't know because she's coughing and all that.
Ready to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
So she's, I guess, in like recovery, like she's at AA is what that I'm looking at, right? But the thing is, she's showing up high to AA, and then she gets like a chip at the end. It's like, you do not deserve that chip because you're lying to all these people. Like, these people are actually here trying to get sober and stuff, and you're telling people that you're sober and you're not, because we just saw you in the cabinet coughing.
Started. I had no intention of staying clean. And Jules had just moved to town.
I mean, if you see someone walking there, like if you're driving down the street, okay, and you see someone like with this bicycle, right, and they're just like zoom in, I mean, the backpack, the makeup, the outfit, like you're gonna look like, you're gonna be like, that's interesting, right? Because you usually don't see people walk around like that, which is kind of like why I like her style, because she like doesn't care what other people think. You know, she's gonna go out, she's gonna do her own thing, have her own outfit, her own makeup on her bicycle, right? And she still makes it work.
I'm just trying to stack my cash, pay off our mortgage.
Here's my thing. Like, I get like that, you know, they have to do this or whatever. That's what's going on for them. But it's like, he looks like 10 years old trying to do all this. Like, he should not be doing that. And that's on his big brother, because his big brother should be like, I'll handle this. Go to school or something, you know what I mean? He should be like, you should be in class. Like, you need to be on a school bus, son. Like, you're sitting over here doing all this. Like, I understand that they need money. I understand the whole situation, but it's like, he looks too young, you know? It's like, that's ridiculous, right? And it's like, nobody says anything. Like, everyone's just walking around like, oh, it's normal. Like, they see him doing this and everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, it's just a normal day. It's like, what? Like, nobody is gonna comment on this, really?
Hey, Rue. I need a favor. What? Like, for real, Lexi. What?
So, she's getting her pee right now, which I feel like, I don't know. I mean, comment down below, like, if your friend asked for pee, like, would you give it to them? Because I feel like that's kind of, like, really weird. I feel like it's like, you haven't talked to this person in a long time, and then you just hit them up all of a sudden. You're like, hey, I need your pee, like, to pass this drug test. Like, are you going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Or are you going to be like, because she was just kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? She was just like, okay, I'm going to give it to you. But it's kind of like, normal people are like, no. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't talked to me in all this time. Like, you're only hitting me up because you need a favor. Like, you know what I mean?
What about about you.
Walk around like this.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that whole situation is, she's doing whatever she wants to do, so we're really not going to comment on that one. But I feel like that voice keeps sounding familiar to me, and I'm like, I don't know why, but I feel like I know that voice, like, for some reason. It's like it's in my mind, and I'm just like thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't know who's like, I don't know why it sounds so familiar to me, you know?
I'm envious of your generation, you know.
Now the face is looking familiar, so now I'm more confused, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to give you an update. Okay, here is the update. That man, he is the guy who Derek punched in Grey's Anatomy Season 2. That's in my reaction. Y'all should go see that. I have a playlist. I have a Grey's Anatomy reaction playlist, so y'all make sure to go check that out. But, yeah, that was, Mark. That's the guy who Addison, slept with. So, yeah. But I was like, you know, it's just like, it's been so many years, so like he looks a little bit different, you know. But I was like, you know, still same voice. I was like, he still looks, you know, similar and everything. So I was like, I know he looked familiar.
I felt safe in my own head. Two years later, he was gone.
I kind of like this whole heart-to-heart moment because we're getting to know, like, Rue better, a little bit of her backstory more. We're beginning to understand, like, kind of why she does drugs and all this type of stuff. So I kind of like that she's giving us backstory. I just think the whole situation is really sad.
Who are you?
I'm Jules. I'm a friend of...
You're a friend of...
I don't like him. I mean, and he's always, it's like really weird because he's always looking at someone like he's going to punch him in the face. And it's just like, there's no reason. It's just like, you know, he's naturally angry like that. And it's like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But it's like, don't take your anger out on everybody because that's why you're single. You know what I mean? Like, that's why your girl is over there in the pool with some other guy because you just can't get it together.
I know what you are. Yeah, I see you. So what do you want, huh?
I have a question. Okay, he's like, oh, I know all this stuff. How do you know? You know what I mean? Because everybody else in the room, like, nobody knew. Okay? So how is it that he knew? Like, he could just tell. And it's like, see, that was the part that, like, I don't understand. Because it's like, the other people, they couldn't tell. They didn't know. Right? He's going around, you know, opening up his big mouth saying stuff. But it's like, the thing is, like, nobody knew. So how did you know? Right? It's like you kind of like detected it, but it's like, I'm not understanding how because how? You know what I mean? Because like she definitely passes and everything. So it's like, you, like if you walked in the room with her, like you would just be like, oh, okay. You wouldn't even know she was trans, right? Like you would just be like, oh yeah, that's some girl, whatever. So how did he know that she was trans?
I'm Rue. I'm Jules. Where are you headed to? Home. Probably.
And so the friendship begins. Look at that. Now, you know, in real life, it's not even like that, making friends. You know, it is nothing like that. Like in 2 seconds, all of a sudden they're best friends. You know, it never works out like that, but it always does on TV. I like this little moment, but again, like I said in the previous clip, I was saying like, you know, it doesn't work that way. You know, usually you don't meet that fast. But I think it's good for them, you know. They're great friends. Okay, good, you know. But it's kind of like awkward. Like, she's just like, okay, like, can I go to your house with you? And she's like, okay, sure. It's like, don't even know her. Know nothing about her. You only had a conversation with her for 10 seconds. But, like, you're already going to her house. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know anything about her. Like, she could be crazy. She could be, like, a killer, whatever. All this stuff. And then you're like, yeah, you could just show up at my house. Like, you could go missing, nobody would know. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Weird.
I mean, yeah. You know, we knew what was going on. You know, again, like, I've seen this before, so I do remember this part. But I remember this part being so crazy, though, because it's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it was never making sense. They're gonna explain it all later, you know, but yeah, I definitely, if I don't remember anything else, I remember that part because I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, he was just with Jules at the hotel, and now he, you know, that's Nate's dad, and you know, he has his family and all that, and you know, it really be like that, but I'm like, dang, like okay, y'all, we are at the end of the video, so make sure you like and subscribe. Y'all, I'm really excited for season 1, episode 2. I don't remember what happens in that episode, so I don't know. I'm be just as surprised as you guys like my other videos. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.